currently leading the series 1-0 here in the quarterfinals of the winners bracket. It's going to be the red Terran player, Liquid's Bunny. Huh?
Oh, in the bottom left as the pink Zerg hits solo. My cat is chasing my mouse cursor.
Oh, okay.
Can you see his ears?
Yeah, I can actually. I want to put this on stream for a sec. This looks amazing. So, that is freaking adorable. All right, that's Surf Cat Apollo. I'm gonna get rid of that now. But okay, so I want to talk a little bit about that game, and I'm absolutely 100% being a little bit sensationalist about this. But I remember there was a time when really there was no clue how to deal with Liberators. It was 2 base muta or nothing. You had no other option, maybe Corruptors, but like really, Zerg players were in the dark. And I remember it's that one Archon mode tournament where Cass with Bly and Nurture, and we see for the first time someone go Ravagers to counter them. It was so freaking cool. You know, like this was such a simple solution. And the problem for that last game, like, Solo knew what to do. He had the right units. He just didn't really control it well. And I feel, and I'm not trying to over criticize here, but I really feel like he was panicking through a lot of that because the Ravagers were being controlled rather poorly. And I feel like give that same situation the same tools to a player like Nurchio, I don't think Bunny would have gotten away with so much damage.
Yeah. It's like he knew everything to do against it, like get the Spore Crawler to deny them like the perfect positioning, and then get the Ravager to actually kill them. He just did it like slower, not as clean. His macro was probably slipping during it too, as he was like frustrated at everything. And he's now on the mining time. It just could have been so much cleaner, and then he would have been able to think of other things like, oh God, what time is it? Are they about to drop me? Now. That's all true, but Bunny also just had like really good macro behind it, so obviously he has played that build before. It looked very clean.
Well, if we're gonna be honest,
his macro
that
is always pretty good.
That's like one of the simplest Terran builds I think you do right now in TVZ and Legacy of the Void.
Yeah, it's very much like Heart of the Swarm. You just add in, instead of Vikings, you would add in like that tech lab on that starport. So almost like Banshees. Yeah. They're going for Banshees. And then behind it, a 3rd CC, double engineering bay, medevacs, It would be a simple tweak for someone as good as Bunny. That's another 3-base Roach build for Solo. So he doesn't want to go into Roach Ravager, which should mean that you can deal with a Liberator push, which is happening again for Bunny. But that's only if he kind of gets his ducks in a row, like actually deal with this as soon as possible and get back to more important matters like droning and responding to attacks.
Did you see the most recent episode of Modern Family, by the way?
Nah, I really don't watch it, like...
Oh, wow. I guess a lot of focus going towards the natural base with Hellions who dived in. 2 more do arrive, and they're getting quite a few drone kills. Up to 12 workers killed for 4 Hellions. Bunny's certainly getting his money worth out of this attack.
Yeah. It's the best use of Hellions I'll have when you see that they aren't going for Lings. Now, Solo got later Ling speed, but he is still getting it. And this time it looks like he will be using it, maybe going for like a Roach Ling push. But on Orbital Shipyard, it's like one of the more difficult maps to do any type of push on. You'd have to go up a ramp unless they take that 3rd really greedily.
Alright, well, as the Ravagers start coming in, I mean, the idea might just be simply move the Overlord over, get the shots off, kill the depots, and then run in with the Lings. And if that's the case, I like this. But there's going to be Liberators. I think Bunny's defense should be pretty sound. I don't necessarily like throwing away the Hellions like this.
Yeah, this is the one time where the Hellions, like, if it's just Roaches, the Hellions really aren't useful. So you throw them away is still bad. You want to be able to get in the late drone line or something. But if there's Lings accompanying any type of push, those Hellions can actually be very important. Like, Ling floods are what's scary after the wall is broken, so you're going to want Hellions. But it might not matter. The Liberator is covering the front. There's only 1 Ravager. There's the other 2, and they're seen by the Hellions. But the bunkers are going to be ready. The production is up and running. The Liberator's even moved to a better spot.
Well, the Ravagers can still get range on that Liberator. Not going to siege right away. Oh, but misses the shots. Someone needs to tell Solo how depth perception works. Awkward.
This is really awkward. Having 3 Ravagers is the key here, and he just lost one.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
Liberators
Spears
will.
break it through.
The Liberators will clean the rest of this up, even if the Marauder didn't, which it will. The SCVs mildly pull through. They're still on 50 workers above his opponent and replaces the wall. So I'm sad to say that's going to be it for Solo. I can't see. He's on 3 bases, but I can't see him actually doing anything with this.
Yeah, 31 workers. I mean, you also count for mules, and the fact that Bunny didn't even really lose any army.
And now Bunny managed to slip a Liberator across the map too. It's barely alive, and
Oh.
the Queen could
Oh,
certainly go
Queen.
kill it. Please,
Oh, come on, Queen.
lady. He's so lazy. Place 1 letter in
Okay.
that word.
Well, Bunny did mess up on, I guess, his engineering bay timing because he had to defend for that. So I guess his upgrades are late. That's something going for Solo. And the combat shield's only just started, so I don't know, man. He's still gonna push, I think. With the
It's-
medevacs coming out, he's gonna load up or just push across the map and probably win.
It's the incredibly low workers that makes me think this is pretty much done. I mean, it's just no income for Solo.
Ooh, people want to be our GG girls. You can be our GG boys.
No?
No? We don't have to pay them. They're volunteers.
Yeah, but there's also no actual girls volunteering.
Yeah, they can be our GG boys.
That's sexist.
That's not.
Actually, yes it is, because it should be our GG people.
It's all boys, and they're gonna be rather feminine, and it's going to be.
What if we
Awesome.
get a girl that identifies as a boy? Then what are we gonna do? It's gonna get messy, so I'm just gonna say no to stop the drama before it begins.
It actually wouldn't be that messy. We would just call her a woman.
But if she's identifying as a boy, wouldn't calling her a woman be rude?
Oh, sorry, I messed up.
Yeah,
what you
see,
said.
you've
We just
already
call her
messed.
a man.
You've already messed it up. That's the problem. There's the drama right there. Simon Grubb, you just cause trouble wherever you go.
You cause drama.
All right,
Anyways,
these
this didn't end
drops.
the game.
I mean, it's one of those things where like, okay, he's not dead right now, but it has ended the game. I mean, he's still on such a low worker count, and I can't like if there was a Bailing Nest, maybe you argue there's some great bust that comes in and wins the game, but there's not. There's no area of effect damage. There's no splash. I just even with the Spire coming up, there's just no way to really deal with the Liberties plus the drops.
Yeah, I mean, it's higher army gonna get bulked up here soon enough. The creep spread is rather impressive, but only on the left side, so if the rocks are working on the right, that's just another attack path, that's pretty easy. Queen's not on top of that medevac, so it's always gonna come back. Gonna drop to the right side, and actually Solo's not even gonna bother.
Bunny, despite how rusty he may feel, will take this series 2-0 and advance on to the semifinals, where he'll fight the winner of Snoot versus Sort of. Now, if we can squeeze in a game 3 or something of Snoot versus Sort of, we will.